Hey guys, this is Shadrow
And Fertro.
and this is the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic movie, otherwise known as Equestria Girls.
The movie.
It's like My Little Pony Equestria Girls, the movie, as if there is a TV series of it.
Yes, there is. It's called Equestria Girl. It's just the one. She's alone in an post-apocalyptic wasteland.
That would be amazing.
I know, wouldn't it?
That was always one thing that threw me off when it was announced, though, was that nobody knew whether it was supposed to be a TV series or a film, or both. And it, nothing would tell anyone, ever.
No.
And so, I was under the impression that there would be a movie, and then it would, segue... By the way, that's Transformers sound effect right there. In case you didn't hear it over me talking about
No, I
shit.
didn't hear it, no.
Well,
Because you were too busy going fucking, fuck.
But the, I was under the impression there would be a movie first and then a TV series afterwards, so the movie, segues into the TV series. But so far, no word on there being a TV series.
No, it'd be pretty tricky to make a TV series now.
Yeah, well, now that we know the events of the film.
You've seen it before?
No!
Okay.
Apparently it's actually going to be playing at a cinema near us very soon.
No, I'm not going to see it with you. I'm going to be a man amongst tiny little girls going, "Oh, you're my little pony."
I'm wondering how many people actually show up to cinema viewings of this. Because I remember so many people were actually ranking it as if it is a made-for-theaters film or whatever. But it's a TV film that just for some reason was put in cinemas.
Pretty much, yeah. You didn't see Sharknado there, did you? No, you didn't. It's direct to TV.
Like how all the ponies behind Twilight are just like, hey.
Fucking check out that ass. Check out that ass. She got a booty. She do.
Well, that was a very long shot of nothing happening just then.
Pretty much, it was just kind of making random noises. That'll keep people amused.
I still can't get over the fact that Spike sleeps in a little dog bed thing, essentially.
A baby dragon, where'd you make him sleep? On the floor.
I don't know where would you make a baby dragon sleep if you had one?
Well, it depends how big baby actually is. If it's
Well,
this
like
kind
Spike,
of baby.
yeah.
I don't know. Probably make him sleep in a kennel outside.
In the rain.
Yes, in the rain.
You'd only put him out there if it was raining.
Yes. Otherwise, he can sleep inside next to the fire. But
I do like this, she hasn't gotten used to her sun-existent wings anymore. Which is kind of weird considering the ending of the season 3 finale had her, perfectly capable of flying and everything like that.
well, fucking, that's different. This is a completely alternate timeline.
Alright. Well, I guess technically it is, because a lot of people are taking this movie as not canon in the whole universe. Which, it can work either way as far as I'm aware. Nothing that is gained in this film besides maybe Twilight's, confidence in herself
Yeah, it's nothing.
would really stick around for the TV series.
It's not exactly,
Just turn it down a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. And I remember one of the complaints I kept hearing about this film was this opening sequence with the music, where it's it just sounds like generic pop music that only little girls would listen to. It's like,
Who's it made for, dipshit?
who would you... Have you not listened to, DJ Alex S. or anything like that? The Pony Glitch theme or anything like that? This is what it reminds me of, is Brony-made music, essentially.
I know. Fucking, yeah.
And might I add, it has been so long since I've seen a film with a gigantic opening credit sequence like this.
Yeah, it's a bit,
I love it.
yeah.
Because the only one that I can think of, I'm sure other movies have done it since, but the last one I can remember doing stuff like this would be the Pokemon movies, where it has the whole theme song play and everything.
Yeah. Usually they just kind of go there's an opening act, and then it's fucking, and there's a title screen, and suddenly everyone's dead.
Yeah. Or Pirates of the Caribbean, where you're 5 seconds into it, it just goes, hey, there's the title.
Yeah, so fucking let's skip this shit.
Doesn't even say Disney Presents or anything like that.
It's just in case you want to know, this is the film you're watching, so you could be in a different theater. it's being polite, because if you go in, it's like, oh, this looks like a good film, you waste 10 minutes, like, oh fuck, I'm in the wrong movie.
Can imagine. I do remember one time we asked to see a movie. I don't know if it was you and me or someone else, but we went in to see a movie and they gave us like tickets to Happy Feet instead of whatever it was that we wanted to see. I was like, what? So we went back and the lady was like, oh shit.
I can just imagine you like, excuse me, we seem to be given the wrong ticket. It's like, oh fuck.
And another complaint I keep, well, not so much now, but back when the movie first came out, that I kept hearing about was that, like, oh, Sunset Shimmer is just not necessary. Like, you could have replaced her with Trixie and it would have been more fulfilling because Trixie is amazing. But
get fucked.
I don't think a lot of people realize the point of Sunset Shimmer was to be, like, the previous Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah,
essentially.
Fucking bitch.
Because I think they said it in the movie itself. Sunset Shimmer was like Princess Celestia's previous student, and she rebelled for one reason. The details are not in my brain.
No, because it's like fucking. Yeah. It's evil. Power is evil.
She has a backstory. She's not just some random person who's like, oh hey, I'm gonna take the crown, see you bye.
Yeah, fucking yeah. This whole opening thing, though, that whole opening thing, not this one now, the thing that we just went past and was totally not passing time while I remember what I was trying to say, it completely makes me think of Thief.
Oh yeah, right.
It's kind of in a castle.
Yeah,
and...
I remember the in It's About Time when she's breaking into the castle to look at the library. That made me think of Oblivion. With,
oh yeah,
yeah, the thief quest to get the Elder Scroll.
That was brilliant. Couldn't really be undetected throughout all of that because there's so many goddamn monks and things. It's like, oh fucking, here's a room full of people. Sneak past them. Get fucked.
I was gonna say something that was actually pertaining to the movie, but I don't remember what it was anymore. Did the Lunar.
Lunar.
Just ER. Hey, look, it's Lunar.
Princess Celestia.
Oh, Pinky, you dumbass.
Pinkie Pie. Spiker.
I'm still trying to remember what I was going to say.
I
feel like it was important, but I don't remember anymore.
Well, it could have been important if you were thinking it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I remember now. It's apparently this whole time between Sunset Shimmer rebelling against Celestia and then stealing the crown, she was in the mirror world, like reigning supreme. But apparently that was like over a time span of years. So she's been in high school for many years or something. I don't know what the details are on that. Maybe time passes by slower or quicker in different sides of the mirror or something.
But that's a long high school time.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be in high school for more than like 4 to 6, depending on where you live.
46.
This is 46 years of high school.
God,
so I got held back a lot.
I was the intelligentist.
I do like how they're like, oh yeah, it's called friendship is magic. Friends are the best thing. No, you must go alone. Like, well, why is that always the thing that happens? Is that Twilight is told to do things alone, and then
it's a test.
This isn't an example of it. Well, no way. Like with the Crystal Empire, it's like you have to go and do this all alone because you're the main character and that's plot devices. And then in the end, Spike is best pony. But then here it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it with my friends. It's just, no, you're not allowed to have friends, but here's Spike anyway.
Yeah.
And I want to say it, but I'll wait until they bring it up later, even though we probably talk over it, not paying any attention to it.
Well, fuck.
I'd laugh if Spike going in actually like completely fucked this whole thing up.
Oh yeah, they're trapped there forever. Well, Spike, you utter wank.
It's like this: if Spike didn't follow her in, then she would have just teleported next to Sunset Shimmer, and she could have just like taken the crown and left.
Spike, are you a dog?
Ladybug. I like how they have just that one moving ladybug in the background.
So everything else is fucking static, but ladybugs.
we've got to show some form of movement going on here. Oh, and all the repeated GIF memes of, well, not GIFs, but just images of Twilight screaming for different reasons. Yeah. Like, Xbox One, oh no's, and stuff like that.
Twilight, you have to get it together.
I do like how she does actually react very, like, the fuck is going on right now, instead of just being like, well, let's go.
Yeah, she said into, oh, I got a hand. Fuck, I know how to walk.
The, another complaint a lot of people had was Spike being a dog, which initially I could see very much as a big complaint, was because it's like, well, Spike's just going to be barking this whole time now, so whatever. But it's cool that he actually talks and everyone can like hear him if he actually speaks in their vicinity. So it's like, oh, so it's just the equivalent because, I don't know, I guess salamanders or lizards are too dumb or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dogs are much easier to bring into a high school or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh look, she'd figure out how to stand up.
It's just like, was that like an implied joke that the dog wanted to like hang out in one respect or another with Spike?
I don't know. You literally want to hang out, in other words, hang in him. They're gay.
That was the joke.
Oh. Okay.
Moving on. It's just Twilight's movements. They're just like, I shall gracefully open the.
Magic. It isn't working.
And all the jokes like, yeah, you have a horn. And she looks in her dress. It's like, oh, there you go. Penis joke.
Yeah, she's Lady Gaga.
Well, she could be an X-Spy or XB, whatever you call it, for one.
Good. Things.
Like the reward in front of her is just a bunch of scribbles and squares.
There you go.
Like the one at the top looks like an ear or something.
My reward
is
an ear.
I remember, I don't know if it was a complaint or not, but a lot of people like pointed out that a lot of the students at the high school weren't actually like humanized versions of background ponies.
So who cares?
Like there's a few examples like Derpy and stuff, but there's barely any of them in this. And the reasoning that I remember hearing from one of the staff who worked on the movie was that a lot of people would humanize the background ponies, so they thought it would be fun if people did the opposite, where they ponify the background humans. So far, I haven't seen too many examples of ponified Equestria Girls human people or whatever.
You fucking failed there, didn't you?
Music!
Fuck songs.
I think a lot of this commentary is going to be filled with another complaint that people had with this movie.
Yeah, everyone just complained. I thought it would be really crap, this, actually. I was pleasantly surprised.
I went into it open-minded because it was like, you never know. Like, I generally, whenever I watch a movie, I'm very easy to please. Or just, maybe not please, but I don't go into it expecting a lot in most cases. And so, what is it? Words. Like, this, I don't do this all the time, but I try to watch films and, like, watch them as just events occurring rather than as events occurring that have been transpired by a large team of real people who believe this is how it's supposed to go or anything like that. So, like, with TV series, if like a character dies or like overdoses and goes to the hospital or something like that, I just go like, well, that's what happened. But then a lot of the time people who watch the show will be like, that character wouldn't have done that. This is highly unbelievable and I don't like it because this is stupid. It's like, well, they just did it. So obviously they would do it.
Yeah. Stupid people.
You really are pathetic.
I get upset when people do things like that.
What did you say?
Anyway, I find it strange that no one is pointing out who is who right now.
Yeah, it's like, there's a little pink head thing on a scooter. Fuck it. I'm not looking at that.
So, hey, look, someone who looks almost exactly like Fluttershy it must be someone who is not Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I couldn't just stand there. Well,
It's like, but that's what you're doing right now. Shut up! But going back to when I brought up like people complaining about the film, the music.
More complaints.
The music in this film, a lot of people didn't like because it's very like generic pop stuff, and I sort of agree, kind of. Like I enjoy it for what it is, but I'm not as hooked as I am with the normal pony TV show music.
what was that?
Because it's like there is a difference between the two of them,
Sounds like
but
you're saying
This is
Fluttershy
fucking
like
gay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not gay, but different.
Who's this little guy?
Way.
My dog.
And then, oh, freaking! Do you remember the design phases for like these human pony characters or whatever?
No.
I remember when this was originally revealed, it was a leak that no one believed. It was like, here's
yeah.
concept art of Equestria Girls, which is going to be a thing, and everyone was like, fucking no, that's dumb. And then, of course, it turned out to be real. But there was
Something that belongs
like
to
official art released later that showed them with like the tattoos and the lipstick and everything like that. I was like, oh god, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Just, I liked it back when it was stupid before.
Yeah, tattoos, fuck yeah.
And so, I'm assuming those designs are for the toys, and like, there's a difference between the toy designs and the show design and stuff like that. And the show design has grown on me, I guess just because it's, like, when you see it in motion, it's much easier to, like,
I have no idea how it got there.
enjoy rather than seeing them as static images standing in the middle of
Yeah.
a hallway with their hands on the
Fucking
Waste.
yeah. We're all college kids. We're all happy.
We're
fun
learning how to be nice to each other.
Learning.
Where is she now?
And I do like it how Fluttershy is actually like the first one that she meets and befriends and stuff, because
Thank you.
at the same time,
that's what she did in the thing.
well, no, Fluttershy was actually the last one that she met in the first episode.
But
So it's like the complete opposite. But it does feel a bit strange because she's like the least social of everyone that there is.
Thank you.
So it's like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I guess I'm friends with her now. But at the same time, it was like Twilight stood up for a bully, so she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you assume
Say stood up for a bully when I mean against a bully. Like, I believe this bully is doing the right thing. Oh, now,
nigga got rainbow hair.
Celestia and Luna, that's where the design starts getting a little bit weird.
Yeah, this is.
Because she looks kind of like a man.
Yeah, sort of.
To you.
Suppose it's the dress doesn't help the clothes.
I do like how blunt she is compared to her pony counterpart, though. She's just like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm doing fucking principal work.
Police work. I'm a fucking snitch.
The crowd is actually
She's just got the intercom just sitting there on her desk.
formal,
So I have some evidence that says
like the Grand Galloping Gala.
Fluttershy is doing coke.
Oh,
She's just like in the science lab. It's like Breaking Bad. Just
Yeah,
like
they're cooking meth.
her hair is inexplicably falling out for no reason. This. I remember, like, before they finally got an actual, like, digital rip of this movie up for people to watch. There were only cam rips around for people to watch. And during that one scene where it's panning across and you see her laughing maniacally, just the whole cinema started laughing.
Yeah, people are like, ha 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 ha.
And it's because, like, why would you hang that up? It's like, she is one and is clearly not evil.
Because this is an alternate universe where shit happens. Parallel universe, perhaps.
I was disconnected from the events occurring for a moment there, so he just walks on screen and I see her wiggling her arms above her head.
yeah. High fall formal. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I guess,
And
I don't know, with, like, a lot of people, again, had a problem with the plot being, oh, Twilight is gonna be popular and then she wins because popularity or whatever.
Yeah, fucking.
But that was the annoying thing, was a lot of people were going into this movie expecting it to suck because it's like, oh, it's a high school movie, so it's gonna consist of like boyfriends and
teen
like
girls.
it's gonna be bully, but without the bullies and lots of friendship.
No, not bully at all.
Not bully at all. Besides,
So it's gonna be like Red Dead Redemption, but in modern day without horses, and you're a pacifist.
but the
Why?
a lot of people apparently were not expecting there to be an actual plot to this. Like they were expecting Twilight to just go to an alternate universe where school is a thing, and then it will just be school.
I kind of
For an
expected
hour.
the same thing, to be honest.
I don't know why you were though, because it's a movie. A movie has to have some semblance of plot to it, even if it is just like.
No, it fucking doesn't.
It's
Have
like-
you fucking seen Cocktail? That doesn't have a plot.
Have you seen most pornos?
I've seen quite a few. Most of them do have a plot. There's like fucking, I'm a plumber, suck my balls, stuff like that.
It's like most people were going into this movie expecting like the whole going to the dance and being popular thing, but without the element of I need the crown to get back home and be a princess again in Ponyland where I belong. Like there is actual events occurring beyond just I'm in school and I'm awkward.
Okay. I did actually sort of expect this to be normal. Just like, she wakes up one day, oh, something's a little bit wrong, but she's always human from start to finish.
I don't know why so many people were expecting that, as if she was gonna like stay behind and
not
just
so much
ditch
stay-
all of her pony friends.
Not so much stay behind, but as if this had been happening forever. The movie starts off and they're all
Oh, so
humans.
it's just like it's in its own alternate universe,
Yeah.
completely unconnected from everything.
That was kind of my original, like, oh look, they're just gonna fucking cash in on this.
It's just-
But no.
See that would have been where there'd be no plot beyond just introducing the characters and doing school stuff or whatever. But this is where she comes in from Equestria.
Yeah.
Looking for something and then leaves with the thing that she was looking for.
Yeah, it's a bit better than, look, here's a Scooby-Doo movie where they find a monster and then fuck all happens.
You didn't look familiar?
Modern Scooby-Doo is shit.
I don't care for Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
It's not that I hate it or dislike it, I just don't care for it. I'm not gonna bother watching it.
It is.
But that's completely disconnected from anything occurring.
As if that implies that we are usually connected.
Yeah, I know. I do like this scene though, because it's like, oh, look, awkward pony interactions, but then Pinky's still acting as if this is normal.
Is that what's this? A dick?
You have really bad handwriting. It's like you never held a pen before.
What is
Dohoy. It's almost as if that's the joke that's occurring right now. So, like, Applejack's introduction is a silhouette, as if
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to piece together who she is from her voice and her hat.
No, it's like, who the fuck's this?
Oh, and Big Mac still... Isn't that, like, the only scene beyond, like, the dance where Big Mac actually shows up in this?
I think so. Big Mac, he just looks like a father figure.
He looks too old to be in high school. Maybe he was just called in to help, and that was it, and that's why we never see him again.
Yeah. Dad!
That would make sense. It's like, I need help putting this thing... I need help putting this thing together, so come in for like an hour and just move apple cider. It's like not the same art style or anything, just like toy! Makes me think of like Flash cartoons where it's just like a static image of the character bopping left and right. Where does she get like these massive balloons from?
Joke shops. They think, here, blow up this balloon. It's like, for 5 minutes and then you pass out and die. Because then it goes...
They'd essentially be like weather balloons, but for consumers.
Yeah. Fuck, I wish I had a weather balloon. I'd bounce on it. Or I just fill it up completely and then just see how far it goes. Not with helium or anything, just with air.
And then kick it.
See what happens.
It's just...
You just kick it, probably just gonna go... Fill it with water.
Oh god. Just bang! So I imagine if you just like popped it with a pin, it would all just go, just fall down. But if it like impacted with something, then it would fly around considerably more.
Oh, that would be great.
We're not even half an hour into this thing. We are so disconnected from anything that is occurring
I'm
right
just thinking,
now.
fucking let's do a water balloon.
It's like, oh hey, people want us to do Equestria Girls. We're gonna be able to be consistently on topic and interesting for over an hour.
Fuck that. When are we ever on topic? Look, a butterfly.
Let's talk about the newest games that have come out.
I've been going back and playing various Assassin's Creed games.
Were you actually going on with the point with that, or were you...
Nope.
Okay, good. I was like, please don't actually start talking about video games. Her signature. She's got 2 signatures on there. One that's just like really tiny, and then the second one just fills the whole thing up.
And I do fucking, yeah. It's like first name signed casually. Second, Applejack.
I love how Snips and Snails they're always the sheep. They just blindly follow whoever the bad person is.
Nay.
And I don't, like, is this just a dark hallway and they just talk in here, or is this meant to be some sort of, like, weird, disconnected section of the school or
This is
something?
the abandoned section where a student was molested and killed.
I just remember, like, the first time watching this, I thought that this scene would involve Sunset Shimmer, like, using magic to lock her in this, like, disconnected hallway of the school or something. I was like, oh, this is gonna get, like, really weird and spooky, and then, like, no, there's no light.
No, the light's broken, that's it.
There's no classes down this way. This is just where the janitor lives.
Yeah, it's the janitor house. You can go and talk to him, and he's like, what?
Because that was what threw me off, is that the shadow line there is so concrete. It's like, this is where the shadow ends.
If you fucking go past here, you're gonna die. It's a guillotine.
I like how, since we're talking over this whole thing, it looks like it's just Sunset Shimmer, like, walking backwards and forwards, waving her hands around.
Is that a threat? Oh, of course.
So that's why I like Spike in this, because he's like, I may be a dog, but I'm still gonna be a badass in my ways of speaking to people.
That's not badass. That's fucking dumb. Is that a threat? It's like having, like, the shortest child in school come up to you and just like, hey, I'm gonna fight you, and you're like 6 feet tall and have muscles the size of buildings. Like, fucking okay. And, yeah.
Well, he's doing considerably more as a character in this than he would have if he was just a dog. Like, just mindlessly running around peeing on things.
Yeah, and just rolling in shit and eating rabbits. I can't keep catching rabbits. Little baby rabbits keep coming in. He got 5 yesterday. Literally 5.
Just in the one trap.
No, not in the one trap.
They all pounced on it at once.
He just... Did you think I said trap?
Well, what did you say, sorry?
Cat.
Oh, cat. I thought you were saying like you had rabbit traps there. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, he just keeps catching him. He goes into the forest, comes back, look, I got a fucking rabbit. And
I remember someone had a screenshot of the vending machine she's looking at right now. And like, hey, look, it's humanized Sweetie Bot. She's like, ahoy. And then the one Trixie cameo coming up.
Excuse me.
douche.
The great and powerful Trixie! Need some peanut butter crackers.
It's so like, there's no one around. There's why do you what? Are you seriously that way 24/7?
Yes.
Just the great and powerful Trixie had just woken up from a very fantabulous dream.
The great and powerful Jake just took a crap.
Oh, in the library. I do love.
Great and powerful Jake's had a wet dream.
I remember I didn't have a smartphone until recently, so now I can actually relate. And the way Snips was like scissoring his way into the room, and Snails was like slugging his way into the room. I love Cheerily. It's like,
That's how I do it when my grandmother tries to use a computer.
it's pretty much anyone's reaction to dumb customers at work.
Yeah,
It's just like, you would look at them with a smile on your face and treat them as if there's nothing wrong, but really you actually completely hate what they're doing. I love that. It's like, you're a younger, and then they just conveniently cut it off before it says pony. So then they don't have to go and record a whole new song that says human. And this is like the same arc of the Cutie Crusaders like episode where they go and perform at the talent show and everything, except they replaced the talent show with YouTube, So it's like the comments are saying, oh, it's really bad, and they feel bad about themselves. And then they see, oh, it made me laugh a lot, so now we can be comedians. So it's just the whole episode condensed into like 1 minute.
That's what they could have fucking done. How very fucking subtle there, Snails, you fucking douche.
Just like standing next to her, just like,
hi.
So don't mind me, I'm just recording your every action.
It's like I'm just gonna go and wait in the bathroom. Just come along, need to see how you wee. Gonna put this on the internet. We're fucking famous.
Is Cheerily the librarian? Because she's... I don't know how her job would work switching over to humans now, because in Ponyville, as far as I can tell, there's just the one classroom with the one teacher, like the one classroom school, and that's it. Whereas here, this is like a whole school with a whole bunch of different classrooms. So Cheerily, like, she was essentially like judge, jury, and executioner of the school in Ponyville. Whereas here, she has to be delegated to a smaller role. So they're just like, oh, we'll make her the librarian, even though she doesn't read.
Can you repeat the part about when you said the things about the things?
No. I do love, they just find like some abandoned portion of the library that no one goes to apparently,
Yeah.
and make a bed out of. She's essentially squatting in the library.
That's what I do. I squat in the library all the time because I get kicked out of home.
This took a dark turn.
Look, Rainbow Dash is blue. I'm pretty sure she has hypothermia. Rainbow Dash has...
She's just choking 24/7, like.
That's not hypothermia!
Well, I know, but blue skin.
The Applejack has jaundice. Liver's dying.
Rarity is like best race.
Right?
Oh, she doesn't have blonde hair, so it's not quite the same.
Oh, fuck. I was wondering what those funny little symbols on your wall were. And I was wondering who that Heitler person was.
Oh, he's my biggest inspiration.
But yeah, then I think Rarity must be English. Cause,
Or just living indoors a lot.
She just doesn't go outside.
Pinky and Applejack are normal people.
Applejack's just kind of maybe Greek or something with that kind of olive colour.
Fluttershy is either Asian or a Simpsons enthusiast.
Yes.
I do like how, like, so many people complaining about how everyone's skin color was going to be like a very slight tinge of whatever their original colors are. But I'm glad that the way that they did it, it's all like very bright, like almost white, like not white in the sense of like white superior race or anything like that, but like very closer to the skin color portion of that color rather than just like the exact same tinge of purple. And
can you imagine just purple people and green, blue people just walking around? That's creepy. Like having slight tinges, that's perfectly normal.
Like straight up on the color spectrum box in Photoshop, you just go to the top right corner.
Okay, yeah, bright red. Fuck this.
I remember I originally thought that this whole like, oh, Twilight's being humiliated thing, I thought it would backfire on Snips and Snails, where they'd take photos and everyone would find that like endearing about her. Like, oh look, she's the new kid and she's interesting and wacky, she's awesome and stuff. But no, they just find her funny. And also, we're more than halfway, more than half an hour through the movie at least, and this is the first time Rarity pops up besides, like...
a photo.
The photo and the intro when she was a pony.
Yeah. She's not actually white, she's grey.
Yeah, because if they had made her straight up white, she'd be, like, impossible to see.
I thought they might have made her, like, still kind of like a skinish colour. That was your neck, that was gross.
Just like... Pinky, get down from there.
I was gonna say, Pinky's kind of in the sun for a bit.
I just, like, we've just made the joke about how Rarity doesn't have blonde hair, and yet she just gave Twilight a blonde wig.
Oh, fuck, she's like, this is much, much better.
It's like I wear this on weekends.
Fucking drink of Pepsi Max! Give us money, please, Pepsi.
Uh-huh. I like how... I don't know if that's a decal that Pinky put on her laptop, or if they're actually, like... It's the... this universe equivalent of Mac. I love how it goes negative. Just As if that's how they've edited the film. Is like, it's so serious now that it's all in negative colors.
No, it's like those things. Yeah, they zoom in slowly and it kind of goes white and then back to negatives. Like,
Makes me think of
fuck.
Makes me think of Bob's Burgers, because there's so many scenes when it will like something that isn't remotely dramatic happens, and the camera will just like snap zoom into someone and go "Duh!" and zoom back out again.
But I still vote for you.
Oh.
Stand up for me when
I swear to God, they just took that sound from Half-Life 2.
Oh yeah, it's just the wood breaking sound, just clonk. That'd actually be cool if they were like, just they go to Valve and ask, "Hey, can we have this one sound effect?"
Just like, fucking whatever.
Even though it's probably like open for use because of like source mods and stuff. And I love how this whole situation was based around misunderstandings of people like betraying each other, and yet they all meet up this one time years later and sort it out in 5 minutes.
Oh, it's real life.
And Spike forgets that there's no air holes in that bag. And he can't reach the zipper from the inside.
Do you see that?
It's just rolling back and forth.
It's just kind of slowly.
Just like falls over. Just like,
And just kind of a kick every so often.
it's like he'll be okay. There's enough oxygen in there for at least a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it'll be okay. I mean, you know, you don't run out of oxygen. Oxygen's everywhere.
You can find oxygen in any crevice. Yeah. And then you take the oxygen out and the crevice is no longer a crevice anymore. It's kind of just smooshed all
void.
together.
Fucking crevice. That's what I call my butt crack.
I call
Oh,
that
I've
the
got
Grand
fluff
Canyon.
in my the Grand Canyon. Is that because it's been slowly chipped away over millions of years?
Well, I was going to just say because it's big or whatever. You can see it for miles.
No one really knows how it came to be.
Except your mother.
She carved it herself.
Oh, God.
Just slowly.
Well, technically your dad did.
No, she chiseled her ass. I'm having disturbing images.
It's still, like, if they were truly friends with each other, they would have sorted this out heaps long ago rather than just being like, oh, it didn't happen, so I'm not going to talk to them anymore.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
And it's kind of lampshaded when Twilight's like, so none of you thought to speak to each other about this after this time? And they were like,
Fuck.
So it's kind of like a moral situation where it's like, don't be a dumbass, talk to your friends. But it's like, why would they be so stupid in the first place? And I love how
People are stupid.
it looks like they're like arguing at each other from this distance. Like, you can see with the definition of it that they're smiling and just talking. But the first time I saw it, it was a little bit too small, so it looked like they were just like,
Fucking ear dick.
and they just suddenly hug at the end. It's like, wait, what?
Angry sex.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, again, Rainbow Dash only gets introduced nearly 38 minutes into this.
Because nobody likes Rainbow Dash, that's
Just,
why.
yes, nobody likes Rainbow Dash. It's not like she's like
most
the
popular.
icon of brony fandomness or anything like
at
that.
all.
Beyond derpy hooves.
Yeah, it's not at all.
And I do like this how everyone knew Twilight was not going to succeed at this.
Yeah.
Not even remotely, and yet they were like, well, you tried, so, you know, I'm cool with you.
That's what I think.
Oh, that is like sports trolling right there. Just like, here's the ball, just take a shot. No, fuck you. I feel this is how I would go at soccer or football, whatever you call it.
Football. John Madden.
It's like, apparently we call it football, right, in Australia?
I think it's technically still soccer.
Because I don't know anymore. Because
Hand egg.
it's
It's literally the stupidest thing. I mean, it makes more sense than calling, like, you know, all the other American things football, because you don't use your feet very much.
because it's with me soccer. I don't know. It makes more sense from a naming perspective that it would be called football because you only use your feet. But then the other one's called football. So to me, it's like soccer differentiates the difference between them easier. So like, what if you call soccer football? What do you call football?
Well, they
AFL.
yeah, all football is AFL. That's what it is. But There's the tentacle American football hand egg.
You proved that you got
That's a dumb name.
I know. You can't really call it anything else other than handball.
It makes sense, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's
Kind of
you
an egg.
grab it with your hands and it's somewhat egg-shaped, but it's still like you couldn't think of a better name than hand egg.
Just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's a good idea. You wouldn't call a car roly machine. Roly engine bang bang.
I was about to say that's like calling tennis racquetball, but then there is an actual sport called racquetball.
Boy, it's like calling lacrosse ball.
Called badminton birdie hit thing.
Hit you in the cock. Get a shuttlecock. It's a cock. Fuck.
And then I guess I do kind of have a problem with Brad's existence in this whole thing in the sense that
It's a boy. Oh,
well, no, like I don't care about the whole like relationship oh boys sort of thing. I just think it's wasted because it takes up like 5 minutes of this whole thing.
5 minutes? Holy crap! We better write a letter to the government.
It's like literally he pops up like 3 or 4 times. None of his character is ever like given at any point in this film. So it's like they make her crush on him just because he quote unquote looks hot or whatever.
Yeah.
Rather
Isn't that how most girls do things?
Well, I think that's sort of the point. Is like, oh, she's going through human puberty.
Puberty.
Which makes me remember people like, why they're like young adults in Ponyville, and yet now they're all teenage girls. It's a different universe. It all works different, timey-wimey shit.
So there's computers there. Do they have computers in fucking Ponyville?
Well, they have arcade machines.
Computers and arcade machines are different.
So they're that, like, far back at least.
Yeah, they were in the 1950s. With computers.
But, yeah, with... like, his fan name this whole time was Brad, and yet it turns out his actual name is Flash Sentry.
Which is literally the stupidest thing. Flash Sentry.
Well, it's because he's like a member of the Guard, so it's like, oh, he's a sentry, and I don't know what Flash has to do with anything.
Maybe that's how quickly he finishes during sex. It's like a flash. But it's faster than a speeding bullet.
He'll always be Brad to me, just because of the name. But it's like I'm fine with him. Like I'm fine with the actual elements of what occur in the film involving him. It's just I think it could have been done a little bit. Like if the film wasn't 72 minutes long, if it was like an hour and a half, then they could have like built on him a little bit more and had a bit more of a reason for Twilight to be like, oh, Brad's cool and stuff. But instead he just like shows up and then disappears, and all he ever says is, oh, we bumped into each other and then
love.
And then the most awkwardly beginning flash mob. Like, people would be looking at them like, the fuck are you doing? It's like, we do not have the rights to use We Will Rock You in this movie.
We can do something else to make our own one.
Apple Bloom's just like, what are you doing, big sister? Like, shut up, you'll ruin it. And a tripod. It's just... And they literally just get up and start dancing out of nowhere.
I'm not exactly the most outgoing person, but I don't think many people would just suddenly get up and start dancing in the middle of the fucking thing.
I really like... This is probably my favorite song from the film.
You're a gay lord.
But it's still like so... It's not out of nowhere because they had the build-up of Duce or whatever. But it's still like...
Duce.
If you did this in a real high school, everyone would just look at you and go, gay! People aren't that... Oh, there was Derpy for a moment there as well. But people aren't that open to people just getting up and dancing in the middle of the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Especially like the teachers and principal and stuff like that. They just be like, you're disrupting the school environment, you dumb students. I mean, just come up and call them dumb faggotry.
It's like, oi, cut it out, you fags.
Just Luna.
Luna is Australian.
It's like, you fucking cunts, get out of school. We are in school. Shut up!
You're acting like a fucking glass. I have the fucking glass.
And the exact same shot of them skipping between the tables.
It's just fucking, just reuse everything.
Wasn't there like an actual point? Oh wait, yeah, it was in the ending part when they're all dancing in the the prom or whatever, there's one student in the background who's actually doing Gangnam Style. Like, I remember people thought Pinky was doing Gangnam Style in the Too Many Pinkie Pies episodes, and that was just like a convenient like animation that they reused. Whereas in this, that's what he's doing is Gangnam Style.
I didn't see him.
I think he starts off doing like the saddle riding thing, and then he like shuffles off to the side. I'll point him out if I remember. It's only like 20 minutes from now, so
20 minutes.
Whoa. It's strange because it's a short film, like only just over an hour long. I like how I keep using the word film, but
British film.
It feels like it gets beyond like the Brad subplot. It gets everything across quicker than. It doesn't feel as rushed as say like the Crystal Empire or the season 3 finale and stuff like that. It feels a lot more filled up with the necessary details of what actually occurs.
But the ending does feel a bit kind of fuck, shit happens, I was done.
It's not quite as quick as I don't know. It does feel kind of like, oh, I'm the big evil person now, but
oh fuck, I'm dead.
at the same time, like she's been throughout the whole film, just not as the evil demon thing. So they've kind of had the build up of her being a villain throughout the whole movie.
Evil demons.
Now just wearing little ears around.
Yeah, if we did that here, we'd be fucking beaten up.
I remember seeing like the trailer and stuff like that. I thought that them wearing the ears would be like just the way that they would get the ponification across into this, and that's sort of what it does for the majority of the film. But then near the end when they transform, it's like, there's where the... Because that was what always confused me, was that for the promotional shots and the like leaked screenshots of this, they had normal human ears and no like horns or wings or anything like that. And yet the artwork of them with like the tattoos and the makeup and everything showed them with wings and horns and stuff. And I was like, what? Why? This is dumb. Stop doing it. But then it turns out they actually it shows up for like 5 minutes in the film, and it's the movie. The made-for-TV animated movie.
I tend to say film too when talking about movies, so it's okay.
I think I'm just saying film because it's like the easiest. It's just like film. Just takes up like not even a fraction. It's like I can say all the world's countries in half a second. See, this is like the one useful thing Brad does, and it's like completely like how did he know to even look anywhere for those? And it's like, well, you've saved me, how can I help you? And he's like, well, you could come to the dance. And she's like, well, I'm gonna run off. And I just explain the next minute of what occurs in the movie.
You motherfucker!
Oh, I'm gonna take a sip.
I am afraid enough damage has been done to the gym that we will have to...
Why is Luna British?
Tomorrow night.
Because it's what Luna's voice is.
Excuse me. I need to let my sister know about this.
Fuck.
It's Tabitha St. Germain. Tabitha St. What is it? Tabitha St. Germain Raven Way.
Tabitha St. Germain Raven Way.
Tomorrow night? No.
I do kind of like that though, how it's like she's saying no out of panicking, and yet it sounds like she's saying no to him, and so he's like really sad now. And it's like, oh, I feel sorry for Brad now, because
name's not Brad.
I'm still gonna fucking call him Brad. It's
Flash Sentry.
Better name than Flash Sentry.
Most things, my name's better than Flash Sentry. My last name, nobody can fucking pronounce it.
It's like that's the one moment where I'm like, oh, I feel sorry for Brad as a character, because he was like, hey, can we like go and do a thing? And she's like, no, and runs away. And he's like, oh, my heart.
Let them know what's really at stake if you don't get the crown tonight.
Gonna blue balls now, aren't I?
And Spike's gonna give the big promotional, well, I say promotional, I mean emotional speech.
There's some dramatic music.
Starts talking about like Pepsi Max and Doritos and stuff.
Twilight, I don't know if you've heard, but Pepsi Max is currently on sale at Woolworths. It's $5 off
like,
for a
Woolworths?
of 25.
And he's like, this was for Australia, shut up.
For Best Buy, you can, for Walmart, you can go to there and buy Pepsi Next, which is failing horribly. You can get some for like $10 for fucking 24 pack.
Are you going anywhere with this?
No. It was kind of cool that because Pepsi Next is like new Pepsi Next. It's brilliant. It's fucking not. Doesn't taste too bad, but it tastes. It's kind of weird. But after I think about a month of it being on sale, it was already discounted. I think to like $9 for a 24 pack. So fuck you, Pepsi. You tried, failed. Let's get back to the movie film.
Thank you. I do like how it's like Twilight just revealed. Well, Pinky really reveals Twilight's true story here, and they're like, I'm a little bit skeptical about what's going on here, and then Dog talks. Then Spike's just like, I'm gonna speak now. It's like, well, there's no real reason to not believe it anymore now, considering there's a talking fucking dog here.
Yeah, it's like, well, fuck, that proves everything, doesn't it? I mean, if somebody said, hi, I'm from the future, here's a talking dog to prove it, you wouldn't go, well, alright.
That's pretty much, like, I'd believe anything that person said if they had a talking dog.
No, it's like, hi, I'm from Nigeria, and my cousin needs money. He'll pay you back soon. Here's a talking dog.
Just holds up,
fucking yes!
He holds up the dog and it has like a little like chip attached to its collar that just makes noises and it's not even opening its mouth. And it's
hello.
like, I believe you.
It's just gonna be like some text which is, hello, my name is...
Just take all my credit cards. Oh, there's gonna be a thing that will pop up in a moment that I wanna just...
Fucking gay.
Just more music. Really, the only one that I can ever remember. Here it comes. Throwing the rake or the mops.
Oh, yeah.
And just conk. Just that. I wanted to point that out, and I'm gonna do that now that I actually have like a chance to do it. I don't think it's a straight up reference, but it reminds me a lot of George Michael Jr. in Arrested Development, because there's the whole running gag where like they'll throw things at him for him to catch them, and he'll just like turn around and whack him in the back. So it just feels like it's like, yay, Fluttershy is now George Michael Jr. She will now be voiced by Michael Cera for the rest of the film.
Oh yeah, here's what I think of that. I wonder if it came through.
I don't know if it came through the microphone.
Let's figure it out. If
Just stop recording right now. And all these people are like, hey look, menial labor, let's join in.
Yeah. If you saw somebody on the side of the road doing community service because they butchered a baby with a tractor, you wouldn't go, boy, I think I should probably help him. He looks like he's struggling.
Because Twilight butchered a baby with a tractor.
Well, he might have. She might have. That's right, Twilight is a girl.
Just the homoerotic undertones of this. Just like,
I
here
can
to
see your
help.
balls.
I'm here for you, Bobby. Thanks, Jerome.
Just like, I'm looking up, I can see right up your shorts. My god, is that a coin? That's your coin purse!
He actually takes out like a little coin purse. He's
Yes,
like,
it
yeah, it's got all my 5-cent coins in it.
Yes, it is. It's made from a scrotum.
I think, because we see like Photo Finish and Derpy and Silver Spoon, Diamond Tiara, and like a fair handful of background and like secondary character ponies. I feel kind of sad that they don't have Lara and Bon Bon show up at all, because it's
They're
like
too busy being hands.
it's like besides Derpy and Doctor Who's, they're kind of the iconic background ponies. So it would have been nice if there was like just. Well, for all I know, there is one scene, and I'm just being stupid and not remembering where they pop up. But as far as I'm aware, they don't show up at all during this. And it's like, oh, they could have had like just one scene where Lara's like sitting like a pony on one of the cafeteria benches or something, and everyone's like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Well, she's like, there's the canon thing to say they're lesbians, so they're probably at home.
Yeah, it's just they don't go to school; they just make out all day.
I was about to, because they're lesbians, they don't get to go to school. I'm gonna be a lesbian too.
It's just, I want to be a lesbian. I don't want to go to school.
I have to chew on this box.
This was one weird thing, was that they had the music for like putting the whole together. Then not like 2 minutes later, they have another music song for like getting ready for the prom. It's like you had to have those two songs that close together.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they were Bunny.
It makes you think of what is it? The season 3 finale. How they had all those songs crammed into 22 minutes. So it's like it feels sort of like Daniel Ingram was paid to do a set amount of songs, and he just had to make them all like as if because. You know how season 3 was shorter than the rest of the season, so it's like he's paid to do a set amount of songs for the whole season, and so he just crammed like half of the songs he was paid to do into one episode.
Fucking might as well.
So it's the same thing here, where it's like, oh, you're paid to do half a season's worth of songs, so put them all in the one movie. Because that's my theory on why season 3 was cut in half, and I think that's a lot of other people's theories as well, is that half the budget was put towards this movie. Which
makes sense.
It's like it makes sense. They're just taking out half the money that would have gone to the other 13 episodes and putting it towards the whole film.
Movie film,
animated episode.
Wow! An animated episode of an animated game. That looks like a rip-off Camaro.
I just love how when they get out of the limo or whatever car it was that they got out of, the only sound effect you hear is giggling. It's just like...
Somebody lit a joint. We're all totally fucking high.
There's just like a bong just emitting fumes all throughout the car.
It just you open the door and just fuck.
Now Brad or Flash Sentry or Jerk Ass is gonna get some.
Jerk Ass.
Now I don't know if Gangnam Style. Yeah. He might pop up again later, I think, but he did show up just then.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm pretty sure, I was thinking of a later scene where he shows up, but he popped up there as well.
She's too busy being...
The guy in the suit. Just like, yeah!
I'm helping.
He's just bopping up and down. That's how I would dance, pretty much. Like, if I go to any dance get-together, I would just like... just shake back and forth and that would be it.
You just kind of... just move.
I don't know any legit dance moves.
Do the monkey.
Just everybody do the monkey. I wish I could dance like that. I don't remember his name, but he did like
What, the Pirates of the Caribbean guy?
No, the guy
just flapping his dick around.
I was thinking the guy who did what's it called? It's electro swing song or whatever, where he's like shuffling all over the place on the carpet with the hat.
Fuck. Michael Jackson?
Remember. I don't know. He had like the swagger of Michael Jackson, but he was like even more swaggery than that because he was just sliding all over the place. It was like, holy shit. It's like no, I don't know if it's Cat Groove or not, but I think that might be the name of the song. I don't know though. There's tricks.
Hello.
That's Cat Empire. Dumbass.
You said cat.
Yeah, I could be saying cat. We'd be talking about one of your animal pet things.
Fuck.
Just
Rabbit. One sledgehammer probably wouldn't destroy that.
I would imagine if she swung a sledgehammer at it, it would just like go through the portal. So it just slides through, just smashes a window on the other side. Like, shit.
There's just. Then they come back through him. There's just Fluttershy's head just caved in with the sledgehammer.
Just blood spurting everywhere. Like,
and it's like kind of.
Just like, be right back. I'll go get the other one.
So hello.
It's like if she smashes the sides of it. For all we know, the portal works like Howl's Moving Castle. Where like the whole house is destroyed, but the door is still like left standing there. You can't get rid of it until it's finally like all the other. So she'd have to destroy the Equestria portal as well, pretty much.
Oh fuck! Just blow both the towns up. What happens if you were to put, say, I don't know, a nuclear bomb halfway between the two portals? Is it? I wonder if it's like Stargate where there's a time limit.
I don't know if there is one, because like it had like the warp sequence in the beginning when she came into this world, but I don't know if that's like actually there or if that was just like a transition sequence. And there's the awesome face.
I'm just gonna hold it here for a while.
But the other question that I'm thinking of is, what if you had a nuclear bomb or just explosive of some kind, and you have it explode on one side of the portal, would the explosion like seep through the portal to the other side, or would
I don't know. I'll try. I'm gonna try this theory one day by weeing into it and see what happens.
It just like bounces right back, or it goes through, but like some weird temporal thing makes it come right back out at like face level,
Or it just kind of lands on your shoes. Oh fuck! Oh man!
See, she got something thrown in her back again. She's Michael Cera.
Well, awkward teenager kind of thing.
Well, Michael Cera is an awkward teenager.
I know.
So.
It's saying, it's exactly. So,
Good job, Twilight. She's like, oh no, boys!
throw it up in the fucking air. That'll do it.
Than I could ever imagine.
Like, oh yeah, I was about to ask like, why didn't she do this from the start? Then I remembered that she and the crown came back at different times, so she didn't have it when she came back. Because if she did, then she'd probably just do this and win immediately. But Fluttershy got it first.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
Imagine if Fluttershy put it on when it came in, then she suddenly turns into this big demon thing.
I know. I thought she would turn into Chrysalis, to be honest. I thought just because this could be kind of like how Chrysalis in this world could work. Because the bubbles kind of thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, what is this going to be Chrysalis or something? No, it's
Well, like if
it sort of is.
I would think it would be like an XSpy or XP for Chrysalis, but it wouldn't like be straight up just because it's like Sunset Shimmer was Chrysalis all along. Like, why did you bother, you dumbass?
This is some thing Scooby-Doo shit. What? Old Man Jenkins!
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling ponies.
Fucking.
I don't know how to feel about the whole like demon design thing, because at one point, I say point as if it's like a time-based thing. On one hand, it's like, oh snap, she's a demon, so it's like really dark and edgy and stuff. But on the other hand, the design isn't very like
Creative.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
Like, she's a demon, but she's a very like child-friendly demon.
Yeah.
So it's like the design.
Exactly. Perfect.
Oh god, roll him.
Oh, zombies.
Zambam Boodle. Pretty much the design's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah.
Because she looks so like happy
Totally.
about it. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my god! I'm a fucking it. Snips and snails look kind of interesting.
They have to have like goat legs and blood and
Yes, there needs to be severe violence of the third degree.
That's how you make something scary. Blood, guts, imagining Rosie O'Donnell naked. Those will make you scream, basically. Just have a demon as naked Rosie O'Donnell and everyone will freak out.
I do. I find it weird how she's like, I'm going to take over the universe with teenagers.
Yeah, I would.
Because it's like, in this, I don't know how it works in this universe, because they do seem to be adults of like Celestia and Luna at the very least, and the cakes at the bakery, whatever. I don't know if this is meant to be like a high school universe, or if it's just meant to be a human universe where they're conveniently at high school. Because if it is like the human universe, then there's a bunch of other adults and a military and guns.
Yeah. Maybe they're a pacifist universe. In other words, fucking pussies.
So like, I can see them taking over the pony world because of like hands and punching and being considerably bigger than ponies and stuff like that. But if the human universe works like the actual human universe, besides like the obvious offshoots of like skin color and stuff like that,
they're just gonna be military snipers, just like
shoots Sunset Shimmer right through the middle of her eyes. I do remember watching this scene. I was like, oh,
it's fucking anthro.
Well, that's not the problem that I had with it. It's
that they're going anthro.
It's just like, oh god, now they're gonna go to Yumicon. I don't even know what happens at Yumicon. I'm assuming it's just an anime convention and not a furry convention.
Yeah, if anyone went to that and is offended, get fucked.
Not quite, no. But I just saw this whole sequence and I was like, oh, they're really doing the whole like
fandom.
I can't say I wasn't expecting it though, because I had seen the promotional footage and the toys and stuff with the wings and stuff. So you had to expect that they would have this happen at some point in the movie, but it still feels so.
creepy.
It's like Sailor Mooned in. It's like Sailor Mooning is apparently a synonymous with shoehorning. It's just.
Well, of course. It makes perfect sense.
She's being defeated just like Nightmare Moon Disco.
Nightmare Moon Disco.
Nightmare Moon Disco. That's just what we say for the rest of the commentary. It's just that back and forth. No.
Nightmare Moon Disco.
It's like, don't you fucking dare. That yeah, it's not that bad, especially when you're like only paying half attention to it like we are currently. But it did like it was one of the only things I was a little bit meh on about the film. Besides Brad was like, oh, now they're all like pony human hybrids, and people apparently aren't confused by that.
No. Oh, fucking yeah.
Oh.
Well, I suppose they kind of address that in a second.
Yeah, they do. Where Twilight goes back, and then they all lose them. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's that then. And they still get just picked up by like the military science division and get dissected and worked upon.
Never rule in Equestria. Any power you may have had
Bitch.
in this world is gone.
And
But when I say it was going to be addressed, I was more thinking because no one cares about that, and then they say, "Why did that dog talk?"
oh, right.
Shut the fuck, girl, fuck.
It's like that's the weirdest thing going on here. Yeah.
Fucking only fuck.
The Sunset Shimmer's redemption feels like it. I guess it works in a way because it's like the whole reason she left Celestia and like abandoned her and went to the human world or whatever was because she couldn't make friends and get that level of power.
No friends.
So it's like because friendship is literally magic.
Yeah.
So she was trying to find power in the most base form rather than going about it the quote-unquote correct way of making friends and getting magic through that or whatever. So instead, like I can see how it's like this whole time I just wanted power, and they're like, oh, you can have power through friendship, and she's like, oh, okay. But it still feels a little bit janky. Jinkies. More Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
That's friggin' Sweetie Belle's just standing there in the background.
Hello.
And she's like, oh, go buy this crowd now.
And she just pokes her head around the crowd.
Just
Can
like,
you see me yet? I'm out. Guys. Fuck.
I want to be on camera too.
Would now be a complete
Oh, she's still on camera. Oh, no, she's not. Pokes her head out from behind his arm again. Right, now I'm going to be as vigilant as possible to try and find the Gangnam Style guy.
So all there he
He
was.
should be. I think there's like a smash cut where we see him. Come on. I don't care about flying. Come on. I know he's gonna pop up in a moment.
Is he? I think you're good.
Top right. See him?
Oh yeah.
He just shuffles off.
Okay. I can die happy now.
That's the whole reason that you would ever want to see this film. Is the Gangnam Style reference. Because that's not dated now or anything.
No, it's not really fucking annoying or anything. There's a big grey mass back there. That's a bit scary.
You'll look out for her, won't you?
I do like how they made it. There were quite a few like references to the show, which is kind of par for the course when it's based off of the show. But I do like the actual callbacks with like the way she dances, still being like totally the really weird pony dance.
I know we've only been friends for a short time, but I'm gonna
I
miss
wish
you
I had a
so
pony
much.
dance.
I'd laugh if there was like this. Like, apparently Twilight knew that if she left that they'd lose their wings and stuff. And so then they, like, force her to stay by, like, tying her up in a basement so that they can keep their powers.
Yeah.
And then they become, like, the world rulers because they can fly and use magic and stuff.
My Little Pony.
Wait,
You are staying here forever.
I just realized they don't actually get their horns back. They just get the wings, ears, and tail.
Oh, good.
Well, no,
That's
they don't even get a
great.
tail. They just get really long hair. Which I think that was probably the dumbest part of the design, besides the tattoo for me, was that their hair gets so long that it's like stylized as if it's their tail. It's like
So they've been hit there.
Yeah, apparently they've been standing there this whole time.
for days, if not weeks.
So either time moves differently between the two worlds, or they've... I guess they probably like left and came back just as like a general waiting over time thing. But it's still weird that they were there that whole time.
She's gonna be fine.
Fuck.
Oh, imagine if there was like this big twist where she comes back and no one's there, and it's like 28 days later, or Resident Evil or something, where she's like walking through the castle and there's just no one around.
Just it's like just everything's kind of dusty and
she goes outside and like the papers blow by and it's like mass pandemic, and it zooms out, shows big plane, abandoned city, and then just smash cut to credits.
oh, that would be so good.
It's like season 4.
Dun, dun, dun,
That would be so cool, but you know they wouldn't do it because that's also really dumb in the
depressing. Just everyone leaves
like
the cinema sobbing. It's just fucking Marley and me all over again.
It's like the end of
Some ponies
when it just suddenly.
new guy. No,
Well,
no, I don't.
check doesn't.
She does. She
Oh,
actually
sorry.
does.
I'll probably just bleep over all
I
that.
don't even know him.
It's just.
You fucking dick.
It's like the ending of beep 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 beep. Just turns into Morse code.
The ending of da 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 da.
How did you know that?
It's like the ending of various films have been titled here and have to be removed due to YouTube's copyright claims. And Fertro, and there's a bit of question.
If this was released, if we did this commentary a while after that film came out, though, then it probably would have been fine because it's like, oh, everyone's seen it now.
Yeah.
My Little Pony developed for television by Lauren Faust.
It's about like television, not.
Yeah, because she didn't
Yeah.
actually create My Little Pony.
No.
She just developed the Friendship is Magic version.
Yeah, people are like, oh, Lauren Faust. No, yeah, fuck, Lauren Faust made be a pony. It's like, no, she fucking did.
Vincent Tong as Flash Sentry, and
That's
there were only 3 singers in that whole thing apparently.
Fuck. Daniel
Strange.
Inger.
So I
Daniel
think-
Inger.
Was it Equestria Girls or Time to Come Together? I think it was Equestria Girls was the one where they're in the cafeteria dancing around or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably the one I enjoy the most out of all of them, but that's probably not saying a lot.
Yeah, there was a guy named Big Jim Miller.
James, I keep saying James Wooty Wooten, and I'm like, his name pops up in like every episode, so he must be significant to some degree, but I don't like builds development. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he's just, offline editor and online editor are the same damn person. Mark Tnuel, Ishi Rudel, Mike Z.
Ben Galewitz for the AFX artist.
Actually, Irving Scott.
She's production and post-production managers.
Fuck.
So she does everything that involves production as a management.
Adam McGee.
Dick and Roger.
That's stupid. Cheeto.
Cheeto.
Cheevo Bernardo.
I wonder how many jokes people make about his name in regards to Cheetos.
It's like, hey, would you like a Cheeto? It's like, fuck you.
Speaking of which, kind of like out of nowhere, but
This is
in America, they have like all the, like essentially Cheetos are our Twisties. So for people watching, in Australia we have something called Twisties, which is essentially what your Cheetos and Fritos and stuff are. So we do have Cheetos, but we only have Cheetos cheese and bacon balls.
Yeah.
Which, as far as I'm aware, America doesn't have.
What?
So
They don't have cheese at bacon.
I don't know. There's Derpy, whatever.
No shit.
I don't know for certain if they don't have cheese and bacon balls, but that's the only Cheetos thing we actually have.
What the fuck? If they don't have cheese and bacon balls, that's like saying you don't have air in America.
I don't know.
They probably don't. They're all a bit dumb. I'm joking. You're not dumb. Some of you are, but some of we.
So that was Equestria Girls.
Was it?
I don't know. Maybe it was actually The Walking Dead season 42.
Oh fuck. That would make so much sense that it wouldn't. Now we gotta end this shit. I have to pee really badly.
This has been Shadrow.
And this is also has been Fertro.
I said it has been. I was like, this has bro Shadrow.
Okay.
We will see you in something.
Something fucking gotta piss. Fuck. This.